kind of scrappy, and we've seen a pretty physical game, especially under the basket in the first half.
Speaking of scrappy, it's a scrappy crowd here tonight, too.
That's right.
I love the student section
I was
here.
just going to say, that's a pretty impressive student section for a Friday night home game.
It really is, and they just had a great rendition of Happy Birthday to someone in that crowd. Chung on the drive, missed that layup again. It's what Coach Gorski talked about in the halftime break. Thompson didn't miss the follow, though. Chef Gorski was lamenting the fact that they've been short on so many of those inside layups, and when they started the second half with another one. But David makes it, plus he'll get a chance at a three-point play.
How big would it be for Thompson to explode out of the gates here and kind of get back into the ball game? You know, he had 7 points and 6 rebounds in the first half, but didn't it feel like the quietest 7 points he's probably had in his time here at Case?
It's a good look at that crowd. Great student section directly across the floor from the Case bench. This is Robinson. He'll bring it up with Holman on him. Dribble drive, left-handed layup. Moten, he had 9 in the first half. He was out in the hallway getting that ankle taped again as the teams were breaking for halftime. The trainer's table is just outside the gym here in the hallway by the concession stand. This is Chung with the basketball. Little outside weave. Holman bounced off of Dane McLaughlin's shoulder. Boy, somehow the ball is still in play. I got pizza and water all over the scorebook here, but we're still going. That's all right. We're good.
Didn't we mention earlier that we got to be on our toes over here?
You know, I needed to get rid of that pizza anyways. We could throw away all this stuff, huh? Gonna soak up the water here.
I'm just really glad that, and I don't even remember who it was that came flying over here. I'm just glad he
I think
didn't
it was
leap
Robinson
over.
and
I'm just
Holman.
glad he didn't leap over the table.
If we had replay, we could check the replay. I think my scorebook is shot for the night.
You're going to need a blow dryer for that.
I will not be writing in that scorebook the rest of the night.
Yeah. Somehow, miraculously, my computer stayed dry, so that's a good thing.
I tell you what, those two young men hit this side table hard. This is Moten with the basketball. Now it's Bartolus. Got it off to Stoyle, reverse layup and good. Boy, that was a nice reverse layup under control by Alex Stoyle.
Oh, and once again, the judges take a quick lead. Don't you get the feeling it's just going to be a high energy, high intensity second half here?
35-34. Everybody's having fun here tonight. Crowd's having fun. The teams are having fun. You and I, we didn't get wet. Everything else got wet.
That's it. I was just going to say, I don't know how that happened.
Hey, there's Julian Person. Julian Person has 4. Thank you. Bartolus left inside all alone. Case has had a hard time guarding that young man.
He has been probably the X factor, I would say, for Brandeis.
Jimmy Holman again.
Oh, right before the break, we said we had 7 ties and 4 lead changes. We've already had 3 lead changes in this half.
Boy, this has been a fun, interesting 2.5 minutes. Look up at the clock. There's a lot of time left. Up and over David Thompson. That time was Ishmael Kalilu. Holman working against Robinson and Kalilu. Person controls to Chung. Timmy with a wide open 3 in front of us. Missed it right. Ball's tipped. And Bartolus comes up with it. Boy, that was a case where Tim just had too much open space in front of him. He's best when he's got a hand in his face. This is Robinson against Holman. Jimmy Holman did a nice job, but he's going to draw the foul anyways. Doesn't Meehan's assistant coach look like Jim Boeheim's brother?
I was just going to say that.
I mean, look at that. It looks like Boeheim sitting there. Like, what's the Syracuse head
no,
coach?
that isn't that Meehan?
No, this is Meehan right here on the left.
Okay.
And Meehan's on the left with the black turtleneck.
Okay.
And his assistant in the tie
he looks just like Jimmy Boeheim.
Let's check to see what his last name is.
Maybe he borrowed him for the night. They'll drop him off at Syracuse on the way back home. Well, Syracuse is a big game at home against Duke tomorrow. That one's on ESPN tomorrow night.
It's the zone against the man-to-man, right?
That's right. Boy, you want to talk about two teams that have just had ridiculous, sustained success at the college level.
Well, Coach K just won his 900th win, right?
Yep.
Boeheim's the only one that's got more. Is that correct at one school?
I believe so, yep.
And they see each other this weekend.
That's right. This might be a student section that would rival the one they'll see at that ball game tomorrow night.
It's a great crowd. Nice job by the student body getting out and supporting their men's team tonight. Thompson working along that left side. Banging inside, soft hand, right hand hook, it's good. David Thompson's got 12. 41-40. Kalilu with a shot, missed it long. Down with a rebound is Julian Person. This is Jimmy Holman to Julian. Case trying to grab that lead back. Plenty of time to shoot. Chung draws the defense. Swing it to Holman. Brandeis doing a nice job of rotating. Well, Case just can't get a look. 8 seconds to shoot. It's Thompson with a mismatch inside, trying to take advantage of it. 5 seconds to shoot. Swing it to Holman. 2 to shoot. 3 in the air. How about that? Jimmy Holman.
This game does not have a feel in the second half like there's 15 and a half minutes left, Ron. It feels like there's 2 minutes to go and these teams are tied.
Moten misses it. Thompson with the loose ball.
The energy in this place right now just off the charts.
It's fun.
It is. The student section is expanded.
They've split up and surrounded Brandeis now. They're down behind the Brandeis bench as well. Not to the sheer number that they are across the court from Case, but this is Thompson. David Thompson's got 14.
Kind of feel like Thompson's starting to get in a bit of a rhythm too, which is certainly good for him.
Boy, you're right. If he can stay, if he can just keep it up. Moten with a drive off Julian Person. He wanted the foul. Here comes Case the other way. Holman finds his teammate Person open in front of that Case bench. Person drives along the baseline, kicks it out to Holman, swings it to Chung, spots up a 3 with a man in his face, and he hit it. Told you, Timmy needs somebody in his face to hit that 3. He's got 11. Timeout on the floor. Brandeis wants one. This place is going nuts. Stick around. There's a long road left. We'll be back.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Well, there's the group of students that's actually behind the Brandeis bench. They split off from the large group and said, hey, we've got to show the judges a little love at that end of the court. So those guys are doing a nice job, and there's the Case bench.
What's funny to me tonight, yeah, it's throwback night, but it's almost as though I've seen more costumes than anything that's, quote unquote throwback. There's a few throwback jerseys across the way. There's an old Charlotte Hornets jersey. There's an old Dallas Mavericks jersey and a couple of Dr. J jerseys over there. But
they're wearing a Barkley Phoenix Suns jersey down here.
Okay, all right.
But you're right. There's some,
I mean, there's a pirate hat.
and there's like
those are the
some
goofy
sort of a
ones.
bird down there too. Like I'm not sure what kind of. That's like a parrot. It's a parrot head, is what it is.
Well, out of that timeout, let's see how the judges respond. They were the ones that called it to try to stymie this little bit of a run that the Spartans have put together.
Colby Smith. Now it's Stoyle. I'll hand it off, or thought about handing it off to Moten. They'll call Tim Chung for a foul.
Yeah, he grabbed a handful of jersey as Moten went by.
That is Tim's first foul. So that's good news. Ben Bartolus is number 10. He's in the left corner. Case has got to keep an eye on him. They're swinging it his way. That's him with the basketball. Worked it inside to Stoyle. Nice feed. Well, that was a beautiful pass inside to Stoyle. Alex Stoyle's got 7. Case is up 5. It's 48-43. Jimmy Holman off the glass. Won't roll in.
Well, this is where the judges are going to try to push it and make a little bit of a run of their own.
Here's Moten on the run, right baseline. Shot was blocked. Julian Person stood and stared afterwards.
That might be the only thing that Moten struggles with, and there's nothing he can do about it. He's just not that big. And when he goes in the lane, I'm sure he gets a few too many shots blocked.
Thompson got position on Stoyle, missed a shot. Now he's triple teamed. He went up with it, and Moten fouled him. 2-shot foul. That is Moten's first. Coach McDonald is tempting fate again. He's got another open water cup here for us to be spilled on. I think it's his lucky charm. I want to apologize to Robinson Vilmont's parents. I was calling him Vilmont Robinson. Fine young player.
He certainly has made his presence known tonight.
I mean, he's a fun kid to watch.
Yeah.
Spartans up 6 with the basketball. 13 minutes to play. This is the lefty off the screen. Missed it short. Moten comes down with a rebound.
They're going to say Connor Riddell bumped him on the way down. And
I wish we had replay, because I think Moten just came down on that ankle that's been bugging him.
Yeah, and he sort of rolled over.
So Adele's going to pick up his 3rd foul, which isn't a good thing, because they need him with extended minutes. And sometimes they'll put him and Thompson in the game together.
Well, and the downside is that with Clements on the bench, he's not another big guy that can spare you a little bit. So you're right. 3 fouls on him with still more than half of the second half left. That's not what you want.
Clements is injured. He's the guy that looks like dressed as Don Johnson tonight on the bench. This is Bartolus. Boy, he just flat out missed that one. As Stoyle and Adele fight for it, it's a tie-up. Possession arrow will go Brandeis' way. But Bartolus again, Case no answer for him.
He's gotten to the rim every time he's wanted to.
Every time.
Very athletic young player, and you seriously, you almost wonder if maybe in the scouting report that Moten was such a focus, because you can see Moten's ability. You can see it pretty clearly. You almost wonder if maybe they've lost a little bit of Bartolus, who obviously also is the second leading scorer, is a pretty good guy.
The feed that time was supposed to go to Bartolus. They had too many guys all from the same team running to the same spot. Case working on that 6-point lead. The largest has been 7. About a minute and a half ago, Case was up 48-41. Connor Adele inside. They're going to say the foul's against Connor Adele. That's his 4th. They're going to say he cleared out. So Thompson is up quickly off the bench.
And Clements goes over to try to calm down his teammate over by the water cooler. That's tough.
Well, they were trying to get David Thompson some rest. He's got 14 points, 7 in the first half, 7 in the second. There goes Bartolus again. He almost dunked it.
He's the school career leader in block shots. Nothing new there.
Holman for three. Missed it. Bartolus goes up and gets the rebound. This is Moten. Shot partially blocked. They're going to get, I believe, Julian Person with the body. Thompson partially blocked the shot. And they're going to call it on Tim Chung.
Case was down 41-40. And since then has put together a little bit of a run here. And that was after the first, probably 6.5 or 7 minutes, Ron, were played within 2 or 3 points of each other either way.
Right.
Brandeis hanging around. This is a good athletic team. They're not going to go away, even with some recent shooting woes. Brandeis, 18 of 40 from the floor tonight. That's 45%. They've hit 6 of 7 from the line. Case, 18 of 44 from the floor. That's 41%. They've drilled 9 of 11 free throws, and Case has hit 4 of 9 three-point shots. Rebounding battle very close. Brandeis just +1. Case with only 4 turnovers. That's been a big reason for their lead.
Chung and McLaughlin right in front of their teammates. Chung dribbles into a triple team, back to the lefty. Dane steps up, 16-footer, good.
If you're the defensive player there, Alex Stoyle, what more can you do? Fadeaway jumper and a high rainbow that found its way through. Beautiful shot.
Yeah. Lead at 6. Holman on defense. This is Stoyle against McLaughlin.
Not a lot going on in this offensive possession.
Shot was tipped by Person.
Too much isolation there for my liking. Brandeis better when they're in motion on that offensive side.
Jimmy Holman with a feed to Julian Person, and he lays it up and in. That was...
they just caught Bartolus with his head turned the wrong way. Beautiful high screen, and Person caught it and laid it in. And I believe this is the biggest lead of the game for Case, is it not, at 8 points?
Yes. It's definitely the biggest lead of the second half, and I think it's the biggest lead of the game. 3 in the air. Boom. Bartolus. He's not driving by you, he's shooting over you. He's got 13.
Look at that look on his face. Fierce competitor.
He's got like a black eye on his right eye, like he took a shot in the nose or something during practice. And you know how those shots in the nose turned into black eyes. He's definitely a tough player. Person threw it away. Here comes Moten the other way. Moten with a hesitation dribble. Nice job by Julian and Timmy Chung from stepping that off, but then they left him alone. He missed the 3.
Case got lucky there.
They just walked away from him,
well,
didn't they?
I think they were trying to get a different matchup, and then all of a sudden,
he was open.
Moten read the Wall Street Journal before he put that one up.
Crossover. That's Thompson from 16. Missed it short. Stoyle with the rebound. Stoyle will try his look at 3. Missed it long. Chung tips it to Thompson, and David controls it.
How about there's only been 1 timeout called the whole game between both of these teams? Makes me feel like the last 2 minutes of this game will probably take 10 minutes at this rate.
It's been so entertaining. I just think everybody's mesmerized by it. You just get caught in it.
And the clock is almost a non-factor because both teams are kind of feeding off each other. They're feeding off the energy in the gym and answering back and forth. And Thompson's going to get burned there.
Stepping in and accepting the charge that time was Ismail Khalilou. Foul's going to go against David Thompson. Coach McDonald jumped out of his shoes when that foul was called. He wants a timeout to talk about it, and we'll take one too. Spartans are up 5. Brandeis with the basketball when we come back.
This year, Qdoba will cater like 10,000 parties.
Where? When? I'm there.
Well, these parties are hypothetical. I was just talking about Qdoba catering. Hot taco bars with fire-grilled chicken and marinated steak, flour tortillas and taco shells. You'll also get their hand-smashed guacamole, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and salsa. They'll deliver to your home or office, and they'll even set it up.
Can I bring a guest?
Oh, boy. Visit Qdoba.com today for more information about Qdoba catering. Qdoba Mexican Grill. More to explore.
They should give themselves a standing ovation because they did a nice job. They are entertaining during the timeouts here in Horsburgh Gymnasium. That young man in the green and yellow is out of breath. He's got an Aggie shirt on. He's got a headband.
Pretty impressive roller coaster they just put on.
He got his cardio workout for the afternoon or for the evening.
Well, his heart's going to be racing probably for the next 8 minutes and 26 seconds of game action too, because the energy and tempo of this game has fed off of the crowd unquestionably here in this first of 2 games during this throwback weekend.
Yeah, if you're a student on campus and if you ever doubted if you could make a difference at a basketball game, all you need to do is step inside this gymnasium tonight, because you're exactly right, Brendan. This Case team has fed off of the energy of their fans, and I think actually it's kind of spurred Brandeis on as well.
Well, it's a cool atmosphere to play basketball, and there's no doubt. Those are 2 pretty talented teams whose records maybe don't indicate how athletically gifted both of these teams are. Certainly in their own different ways. David Thompson, a different kind of athlete than maybe Gabe Moten is, but this is a pretty good group.
This is Holman with the basketball. That's Dave McLaughlin with Stoyle on him.
You mentioned a couple possessions ago the defensive rotations that Brandeis makes, as that one was missed. The fact that Brandeis rotates the way they do defensively has forced Case deep into the shot clock far more often than not.
Ball was kicked. Brandeis is going to keep it.
How about this? Only 5 offensive rebounds all night for the judges here in this men's contest. Put up a shot if you don't get a second chance after you miss. That's good defense. Well done by Case.
Long 3, missed it right. Thompson with a rebound.
And he almost put it back in.
And then Robinson-Vilmont gets a foul in the backcourt. Foul on Vilmont. That is his first. You know, it's funny, you look at the scorebook, and Vilmont's got no points, and that was his first foul. But that kid has been a factor the entire night long.
He's been the most annoying player on defense. Just like that. Excellent job sealing off that trap.
This is Javi Alvarez in the game for Case. Alvarez, the freshman out of Coral Gables, Florida. Inside shot was blocked by Stoyle, who does it all the time for Brandeis. Case keeps it blocked again. Here comes Vilmont the other way. Nice feed on the break. And a charge, a blocking call. Blocking on Alvarez. Coach McDonald wants the same play. He wants the charge called.
Well, he's got a point, because it's pretty much the same play that was called down on this end that Thompson's got the charge that was called against him.
Tim Reale at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. 1-and-1 situation. His Case is in the bonus. I had confidence in him knowing that he would shoot 2. And he will get his second one. Missed it, long. Boyd with the rebound. It's Boyd and Thompson, Alvarez and Chung. Chung with the ball, and McLaughlin. Timmy goes all the way, gets the layup and the foul.
Chung goes and has a little bit of fun with the fans.
I thought he was
going to
do a Lambo leap.
Timmy Chung with the high socks on tonight. I love these red jerseys.
Case looking very good in the Western Reserve Red Cats uniforms tonight. Chung's going to take a break. Person's back in.
Chung with 14 points.
6 in the second half, including that three-point play to put Case back up 7 at 56-49, inside 7 minutes to play.
Thompson with 17, McLaughlin with 10.
Long three, missed. Stoyle fighting for it with Alvarez. Ball went out of bounds. Boy, talking about taking one for the team. Javi Alvarez at 5'11", banging with Stoyle, who's 6'7", 210.
He's going to have some nice floor burn after that, too.
Both of them. I mean, you got to give the big man credit, too.
Yeah.
Alex Stoyle at 6'7", 210, just laid it out. This is Person steps up and knocks it down from the left block.
9-point lead. This is the biggest of the game for the Spartans, who all of a sudden have come back now, and Brandeis is going to burn a timeout.
58-49. You see it there. Under 7 to play. We'll be back.
Cleveland Marriott Downtown at Key Center offers the versatility and reliability to meet your unique travel and meeting needs. From smart spaces to practical amenities to world-class service, our flagship hotel will deliver the quality experience you expect, backed by the Marriott name you trust. At Cleveland Marriott, we have one goal: to serve you better. Book your special Case Western Reserve rate by visiting us at clevelandmarriottdowntown.com and entering promotional code C0N.
Coach Gorski there in the, is that a navy jacket, navy blue, or is that a black jacket?
That's a navy blazer. Compared to yours, I have to have navy next to black to be able to say it's
black,
navy.
So his is navy, you're right. His arms crossed. That's Brian Clements, dressing like Don Johnson today. Brian in the powder blue, peach pinkish shirt and the white sunglasses in the dead of winter at night in Cleveland.
You mentioned at the top of the women's broadcast, it was a balmy 37 degrees here today. The sun was out. There wasn't even slosh on the sidewalk.
There's the parrot head I was talking about earlier. He has switched. He's gone back to the big crowd. All right, 6:30 left. Brandeis with the basketball. Moten will inbound it in front of the scorer's table. Vilmont now with it. Moten with a ball fake. Splits the defense, left-handed layup, missed it. Tip was missed. Still alive. Moten keeps it alive. Gets it to Stoyle. Stoyle right block. And we got a foul inside. Foul's going to go against, I believe, David Thompson. Yes, Thompson with his third foul. Connor Adell's on the bench. He's got 4. David now has 3.
Yeah, nobody else with more than 2.
And those are their 2 big guys. You know, we've been busting Brian Clements' chops tonight for his attire, but he's an important part of this team that they have had missing for quite some time now.
Yeah, and frustrating for him. He doesn't want to be on the bench. He's only played in 10 games as he's battled injury issues. But when he's been out there, he's been good, 7 points a game, and certainly just his sheer size has been a big difference. Beautiful behind the back dribble there by Person to clear some space.
Spencer Boyd with a reverse. Went up to dunk it and was fouled by Bartolus. And Spencer Boyd can get up there and two-hand dunk it.
I was just waiting. You know, when he finds that lane, he would have brought this house down.
Because that young man, he is 6'1", but he jumps, he goes through the ceiling. It's an explosion. I think I asked you last weekend. I'd love to know what Spencer Boyd's box jump is.
Yeah.
He's only a 36% free throw shooter, though. So if the Spartans can get 1 out of 2 here, they'll like it. He's in there to play defense. He is their defensive specialist.
Well, this has been a fairly low-scoring game considering where these two teams usually are at.
Well, smart move for Brandeis. They go right at Thompson, knowing that David's playing with 3 and his backup, Adele, is on the bench with 4. You got to believe David's defense is going to be less than aggressive at this point, and Stoyle had an easy bucket. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1, 2. We'll be back.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Case breaks that huddle, wearing the red uniforms of the Western Reserve Red Cats tonight on Throwback Weekend.
Sean McDonough wanted to call a timeout there to figure out how to break this Brandeis press. Nice job. Whatever he dropped in the huddle worked.
Chung, loose ball. Vilmont was diving for it with Chung. And they're going to call the foul on Tim Chung, I believe. Player control foul on Tim Chung. There will be no shots. That is Chung's 3rd. Case has got 9 team fouls, but there will not be a 1-and-1 bonus here for Brandeis. Brian Meehan is wondering why.
You talked about Robinson Vilmont and how much of a presence he had played as Chung comes up with the steal there. Vilmont was the one that drew that foul.
Yep. Yeah, he does a lot of things that do not show up in the scoreboard.
He's only got 2 points, but he has definitely been a big part of this game as we reached just about the 5-minute mark here in the second half.
Holman dribbled that one off his ankle. Thompson back to Jimmy. By Vilmont, lays it up and in. Boy, some unexpected scoring from Jimmy Holman in the second half. He's got 9 points. Stoyle along the baseline. Thompson with the rebound.
Okay, certainly not playing to kill clock here. Still a ton of time left, but they've got their biggest lead of the game and almost added to it.
Boy, Dane McLaughlin almost came up with a hustle rebound there. He almost picked Stoyle's pocket. Moten missed it short. Person tips it, keeps it alive, and then secures it.
And again, that's where he struggles. Going to the rim in a spot like this, he's undersized. If he's driving on a guard, that's fine, but he's had too many shots blocked tonight.
Well, the guard that he drives on here happens to be 6'7" with long arms, and that's the guy who's got the basketball right now, Person. Chung back to Person. Person working on that left block. Turnaround shot. How about that?
Person having himself a nice stretch of this season here, coming off that career-high 30 on Sunday and playing another good game tonight. 10 more this evening.
Stoyle got David Thompson to leave his feet all for a brief second, and that's all he needed. Stoyle dribbled it in and got an easy 2. He's got 12. Timeout on the floor. Case is up 9 with 3:31 left.
This year, Qdoba will cater like 10,000 parties.
Where? When? I'm there.
Well, these parties are hypothetical. I was just talking about Qdoba catering. Hot taco bars with fire-grilled chicken and marinated steak, flour tortillas and taco shells. You'll also get their hand-smashed guacamole, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and salsa. They'll deliver to your home or office, and they'll even set it up.
Can I bring a guest?
Oh, boy. Visit Qdoba.com today for more information about Qdoba catering. Qdoba Mexican Grill. More to explore.
Well, these Case fans would love to head back out onto campus tonight with a victory in hand from the home team.
Well, and more often than not, when the Spartans play at home, they come away with a win. They're 7-2 here at the Veal Center this season. It was only 2 losses. One of them was kind of a head-scratcher to Heidelberg in the opening game of the Bill Sudak tournament at the end of 2013. And then, of course, the conference home loss against Washington University a week ago tonight. But 7-2 at home. They've certainly preferred to play here.
Spartans break the press. Holman on the drive, off the glass. If you can get points from Jimmy Holman, I mean, that's not taking anything away from Jimmy. He's just not the scorer of this team. But if you can get points from him, well, you're looking good. Chung with a rebound on a Moten miss.
I know exactly what you're saying. It changes the whole dynamic of this offense.
Yep.
Chung's a scorer. Person is a very capable scorer. And certainly David Thompson is one of the best scorers in the league. But you don't expect that Holman's going to give you a good offensive contribution just from the point column. You're right. If you can get, production from him there, that really helps.
He's got 11 tonight.
He's only averaging 7 points per game this season.
9 of those 11 in the second half.
But I think it's his composure and his basketball IQ. For me, those are the 2 biggest things I notice when I watch him play.
Well, he looks a lot healthier tonight. We saw him last weekend, and
he played only 7 minutes on Sunday.
He had battled the flu all week and didn't practice, I don't think at all. And, what a difference feeling good makes.
He's keeping his legs underneath him really well this evening. And when you start getting away from that, well, still, that's a good look.
Boy, Dane McLaughlin hustling in the backcourt, almost had a steal. Down the floor, it's Bartolis. Kicks it to Robinson Vilmont. 3 in the air, missed it long. Stoyle with the rebound.
I'm not quite sure if they needed to settle for a 3 quite yet. Had a wide open baseline run. I think I'd have driven it at the basket.
They definitely had a real good look at an easy 2 there.
But it's the biggest deficit they've seen all game.
It's at 11.
So I can understand the alarm a little bit.
This is Moten at the free throw line. He's 2 of 2 from the line tonight. He's got 13 points. Only 4 in the second half. He now has 5, but 3 of those 5 points have come from the foul line. So they have neutralized him in the offensive scheme. The guy that really has kept it close is Stoyle for Brandeis in this second half. He's taken advantage of Case's big men being in foul trouble and takes it hard to the basket. This is Person with a ball fake on Stoyle.
Well, Case had a nice 3-on-3 set coming up the floor, and I think they liked their look. Tried 2 different times to pick something up and drive toward the hoop, but Brandeis again continues their solid defensive rotations.
Chung with a 3. How about that? Tim Chung had absolutely no business making that shot.
Yeah, you just saw him on your screen throw his arms up at his side as if to say, how did that go in?
Bartolis again. And a timeout by Brandeis. We'll take 1-2. Case is up 10 inside 90 seconds to play.
This year, Qdoba will cater like 10,000 parties.
Where? When? I'm there.
Well, these parties are hypothetical. I was just talking about Qdoba catering. Hot taco bars with fire-grilled chicken and marinated steak, flour tortillas and taco shells. You'll also get their hand-smashed guacamole, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and salsa. They'll deliver to your home or office, and they'll even set it up.
Can I bring a guest?
Oh, boy. Visit Qdoba.com today for more information about Qdoba catering. Qdoba Mexican Grill. More to explore.
Cleveland Marriott Downtown at Key Center offers the versatility and reliability to meet your unique travel and meeting needs. From smart spaces to practical amenities to world-class service, our flagship hotel will deliver the quality experience you expect, backed by the Marriott name you trust. At Cleveland Marriott, we have one goal: to serve you better. Book your special Case Western Reserve rate by visiting us at clevelandmarriottdowntown.com and entering promotional code C0N.
I have this cool cash. What can I do with it? You can turn it into a hot meal at Rascal House. It's the best value in town. What do they have there? Buckets of wings, pasta, sandwiches, salads, and of course, great pizza. Are they open late? You bet. Open every night till 2:30 a.m. And you can even build your own pizza and order it online at rascalhousepizza.com. Cool. See you at the Spartans game? Yep. And see you after at Rascal House.
How about this for the Spartans tonight as they have this 10-point lead with 90 seconds to play? Here's how balanced they've been. All 5 guys on the floor in double figures, and Chung leading the way with 17 points.
They've had 2 guys off the bench score tonight, Spencer Boyd and Connor Adell.
And even with the foul trouble that Connor Adell found himself in, that has not played as big a role as it might have seemed it could early on.
No, you're exactly right.
Well, we've seen a lot of maturity from this team here in this game. I don't want to say they've grown up because they've been playing together for a long time, and that certainly wouldn't construe it the right way, but maybe it's more accurately stated, Ron, that they very obviously trust each other. They know where each other's going to be. They have confidence in the way they play as a cohesive unit. And that's the kind of game it's needed to take, wire to wire tonight against a good Brandeis team that is unfortunately playing with nothing to lose because they haven't won too many games.
I agree with you about Brandeis. I'm stunned that they're 1-4 in conference play. They're athletic. They've got multiple people that can score.
I can understand 2 of their losses.
Right.
You know, Emory and Wash U, I understand those, but you know, other than that, I mean, I don't know. They've only beaten Rochester. They're better than the University of Chicago, who we saw last weekend, in my opinion. And NYU's had a good year, and that was a close game, 64-58. But don't count this Brandeis team out just because they're off to a poor start in conference play.
Chung is long, and Moten comes down with a rebound. Spartans are up 10, approaching the 1-minute mark. Moten's going to get the basket, and he'll shoot a free throw. Fouls on Tim Chung. Case better watch out. If Moten makes this, it's a 7-point game with 60 seconds left. They get a stop, hit a 3, it's a 2-possession game.
Yep, and Timmy's got 4 fouls, and he is the last guy. I'm sorry, that was his 5th foul. He's done. I must have miscounted. I apologize. I thought he still had 1 left. Well, Javi Alvarez, who's also a good, capable point guard, and I don't mean to take anything away from him, but he's not Tim Chung.
He's not the scorer Chung is either.
Right.
And if you're going to work the shot clock late, you need a basket. You're looking at a kid like Tim Chung to make that for you. Person got the rebound, got tied up. Possession arrow is going to go to the judges. Case wanted a foul.
He got bear hugged.
I think that's what Brandeis was actually trying to do, was foul.
I'm sure, yeah. They probably got lucky.
So the judges get the basketball. They're down 8. We're at 59.5 seconds.
That's a perfect thing. After missing the free throw, they get it right back.
Stoyle for 3. Looks good. It was long. Ball's tipped. They keep it. Another 3 in the air. Missed again. Stoyle up and over the back of Javi Alvarez, and he's going to get called for the foul.
You can see the frustration on the face of Gabe Moten. He knows he's not having his best game, but I think a lot of it is the fact that he doesn't feel he's had the looks that he's wanted. And he's gotten in the lane a couple of times, but he's been blocked. I don't know. My interpretation of the way he's played tonight is that he has been very uncomfortable all game.
And we just don't know how bad that ankle's hurting him.
You know, it doesn't look like it's been too bothersome, but maybe just enough. How about that shooter's roll, huh? My
Javi
goodness.
Alvarez with his first point of the night.
I guess when it's going your way, it's going your way.
Bartolus to the rim. Thompson with a rebound. Thompson still fighting for it. Ball on the floor. Brandeis got it back. It was Bartolus. He made the shot, and they've got the timeout. They're down 7 with 36 seconds left. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
This year, Qdoba will cater like 10,000 parties.
Where? When? I'm there.
Well, these parties are hypothetical. I was just talking about Qdoba catering. Hot taco bars with fire-grilled chicken and marinated steak, flour tortillas and taco shells. You'll also get their hand-smashed guacamole, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and salsa. They'll deliver to your home or office, and they'll even set it up.
Can I bring a guest?
Oh, boy. Visit Qdoba.com today for more information about Qdoba catering. Qdoba Mexican Grill. More to explore.
Case is 37 seconds away from their 11th win of the season. It would even their record at 3-3 in University Athletic Association play as well. So they're going to bring the ball up court against a full court man press.
What's interesting to me is that their largest guy on the floor, Stoyle, was guarding the inbounds pass. It's 4 guards and Stoyle out on the floor right now for the judges.
Stoyle knocked Person over. Julian will come to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. It's a double bonus situation for both teams. Case is going to make a defensive substitution after this first free throw. Spencer Boyd awaits at the scorer's table. The crowd got as quiet as they've been the entire game.
You know,
in respect of Julian Person's free throw.
I was just thinking, how about the hush? And they're going to do it again.
I think I would be more nervous with the silence than I would be with a raucous
me too.
roar.
Yeah, I think if you're playing in that noise, you just, at some point, you just don't even hear it anymore.
Thompson with a rebound. Case is going to wrap this one up. They're going to give David a bear hug, and he'll go to the free throw line. How many rebounds does Thompson have tonight?
Thompson has been he's kind of had one of those quiet nights where he's been active on both ends of the floor, but I don't know if, at least I'm surprised to find he has 15 rebounds.
16 points, 15 rebounds. That's a quiet night. You're right, though. I would never guess that.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, you almost kind of expect it because he does it on average.
Yeah, he averages a double-double.
You know, and with 15 rebounds tonight and now 18 points in 36 minutes, he's had a great ball game. But it's you don't expect. I mean, 12 of his 15 rebounds are defensive. And they've just sort of been uncontested caroms.
Stoyle inside, uncontested with Thompson. 10 seconds to play. Person down to David Thompson. 2 seconds to play. This ball game's over. What a nice win for this Case Spartans basketball team. 74-66 is the final.